guys, welcome back to another episode of Sold Out, and on today's episode you can see the logo again. You've seen it on this channel before. Matter of fact, it was my last video. I have been on kind of a little hiatus. We had the Gushmaker come here to my city, so we kind of dedicated some time to practicing for that. Been hooping, been exercising a little bit more just to get ready for that. And to say the least, it was a pretty fun weekend, but we didn't walk away with the championship. Our team's average height was like 6 foot, not even 6 foot. I think every team had a 6'8" guy. Our tallest guy was 6 foot. And I actually wasn't the shortest on the team. Our shortest guy was 5'6.5". I'm 5'8". But we did walk away with a little piece of memorabilia. We did win the Toilet Bowl championship, which my girl tells me it's my participation trophy. I know, right? That's tough. But with that being said, got some sneakers in. I wore them a few times when we were practicing for the Gushmaker, and you guys seen the logo before. You know what that means? It's part of the Greater Than series, the GT series, and this is the Nike GT-Run. So, box out of here real quick. You guys can see them here. I have played with these indoors and outdoors now. They're a pretty dope shoe. I won't kind of get into the bad stuff first. We'll kind of just get into the things that I liked about it. We'll kind of start from here and go on down like we usually do. It was a comfortable shoe. When I put it on, it was pretty tight fitting. I heard a few guys complain about the material, like this material being rough material. It's really not that bad, not as bad as everybody says. It has like a nice little texture on it, which I think gives it support and gives it more durability. If it was just this red material that you see here, I think you'd have more burnouts. If somebody scraped across your foot, or if you did a toe drag, I'm pretty sure you'd almost get down to damn near your sock. We'll start up here. It was really comfortable. Slipped it on, kind of has like a half booty style in there. You can see where it'll grab your foot. Padding was nice, didn't have an issue with padding. There's one thing holding this shoe back from being my favorite shoe. We'll get into that in a minute. The padding right here, people say it doesn't do a lot, but the way my ankle sat down into it, it kind of helped it. It was a nice little padding. There's padding on the inside. You can see that right there. Nice little pad right there on the top, by the top lace. And I thought the shoe would be a little bit more flimsy than it was. I didn't expect like this much support when I seen it. I knew it was like the breathable material. I don't know if it's like a fly knit. It looks more like a synthetic mesh. You can see in the heel, it's not flimsy at all. There's a lot of support in the back of that heel. This comes up a little on it, on the back too, which I love. And if anyone in the comments can tell me what this means, because I seen it on the GT Cut as well. So I thought this would be like the 002 version. I guess I'm wrong, I'm not sure. Now let's get on to the tongue. I really never thought a tongue was really that important until I put this shoe on. I got like a little padding and stuff, and this does have a little padding down here on the laces. You can see this padding. But what I do not understand, like I don't know research and development, like who let this shoe get out like this. I'll keep this one actually tied, this one untied. So you can see it right here. There's no padding on this tongue. So when you cinch these laces down, they cinch down right here. I did find a way to get around this. Now when you tie your laces, you can tie them kind of up right here. So when you tie your laces, you can tie them right here, and that takes away from some of that cinching down on you. I mean, every time you moved, when I first wore these, every single time I moved, it was pinch, pinch. Like, it's so annoying, like, I couldn't even justify spending $175 on it until I found out that I could put the laces kind of right here. I mean, they're not made to go there, I don't think. They should have ran the pad all the way up into this. I don't know why they did not do that, which is a super bummer for this shoe, because otherwise I would have rocked this. I definitely would have rocked this for, like, my basketball shoes. I definitely would have kept this in my bag. Let's get down to the comfort. The comfort was awesome. Like I said, the only gripes I had was the laces cinching down. You cannot get past that. If you are a basketball player, runner, these are the GT runs, and they are for basketball, you can't get over that. So make sure if anybody buys these shoes, that when you tie them, try to tie them through this right here. Right through there. And you can kind of see on these, make sure you get them kind of like that. If you do it like that, you'll be fine. You shouldn't have no issues. The comfort was awesome. The React, I've always been a huge fan of React since the Nike Air Force 1 Reacts. They were probably one of my favorite like lifestyle shoes. Huge thick React pad in it. The GT Cut version and the GT Run version, it is not the same. I don't think the Jump will too neither. The GT Jump, you'll be reviewing that as well. But this insole is very thin, just like the GT Cut was. The GT Cuts was a little bit deeper. Your foot sat down in it a little bit more. But comfort-wise, these were awesome. I mean, they got the React insole, and then it goes down to the React in here. I actually seen these dismantled, and it's some pretty thick React. The durability on these, I think the durability would be great. A lot of people were saying the materials are cheap. I mean, I think it'll be dope. I mean, I'd give the materials like at least an 8 out of 10. I mean, I don't see any issues happening. Like I said, they put this, you can hear it when I rub my fingers on it. They put that rough like dots. There's just a bunch of dots. They put the rough dots on there, and I think it did a great job. I played with these outside like 4 or 5 times. Played inside with them about 4 times. There's no squeak, which I like to have a squeak on my basketball shoes, but these still kind of stopped on a dime. I didn't have really no issues. I ran with them, stopped with them, crossed with them, and there was no issues. Nice little workout shoe too as well. And when it comes down to it, the only issue that I had with this entire shoe was just the cinching down on that. Kind of got over it once I got it tied in there. But this is the USA colorway. Thought this was the dopest colorway out. Actually, I think it was the only colorway out. I don't think the black or the white and peach or pink one was released yet. But it's Olympic time, so I thought it was a dope shoe. And not to mention, my Detroit Pistons got the #1 pick in the NBA draft, and we just took Cade Cunningham, which is dope, and he signed with Nike. So I hope he rocks something from this GT series and eventually gets his own shoe. I know what you're probably thinking. Dude's got a Laker hat on. What the hell's he talking about? Well, 04 was a tough year. When the Pistons-Lakers played, it was just high-fiving on both sides. I like the Pistons. I like the Lakers. There's a few teams that I like in the NBA. But at the end of the day, Detroit and the Lakers are my team. The Westbrook trade kind of messed it up for me. That's just like a mega team, a little too much. But I'm not getting into that right now. We're talking basketball shoes. The traction. The traction was dope. Durability. I would never wear these outside. Like, ever. I wouldn't even, like, run in these outside. I wouldn't recommend you running these outside. If you are buying these shoes, buy them for indoor basketball, indoor weightlifting, indoor on the treadmill, something like that. Like I said, I've only played these 4 times, and I got some extreme ripping off. If you can't see that, I'll throw in some close-ups here in a minute. Right there, you can kind of see that. You can even hear it. And I don't know if it's on this shoe. Yeah, this shoe almost has it worn off. You can see them are my high wear areas. Over here on the side, it's got a slogan. It says, "Fatigue is the enemy." I will 100% agree with that. Fatigue sucks. If you are not in shape, get in shape if you're going to play basketball. I'm getting older. I'm looking for something more comfortable. I thought these were right up my alley. Turns out they weren't. I would probably rather wear my Nike React Elevates in the gym than wearing these, just because of laces. Like, I want my laces locked down, and when you can't lock your laces down, you get the heel slippage. I got heel slippage. It just really wasn't for me. So out of this series so far, I'm definitely going to have to go with the Nike GT Cut. I don't think the Nike GT Jumps will be for me. I'm a small dude. I like to in and out, cut, cross, slash to the basket. But I'm going to try them. They look like they come way high up. I'm very excited to see them in person. I actually thought when I seen them the first time they were the Jordan 36s when I seen the footage, or I thought the 36s was the Nike GT Jump. So when I seen that, I was like, oh man, them kind of look dope. Kind of look like the 35s mixed with the 34s, but them turned out to be the 36s. We are definitely going to get our hands on a pair of 36s. All the PE colorways, I don't know if I'm going to get my hands on those. Might have to find somebody that has a bot or someone that hits on sneakers that wants to let them go for retail or a little bit over, but I definitely want to get my hands on them shoes ASAP. I think they're going to be a dope basketball shoe. think they're going to be better than the 34s and the 35s. They look like a 34 and a 35 had a baby, so I'm excited for those. I'm excited for the Nike GT jumps. I have a few new pairs of shoes coming in. I think we got some LeBrons. I think we got some Freaks, the Greek Freak shoes. I'm not sure which ones we're going to do first. I'd also like to do the Jordan 35 before the 36 comes out, so I'm hoping we can get them in. And yeah, with that being said, I roll a little footage. You guys can see these on foot, me playing in these. They're a dope shoe, don't get me wrong. It's just, you can't get past certain things. Like the Nike Cosmic Unity, I could not get past the heel slippage. Some people didn't have that issue. Some people might wear thick socks, and if you don't, I recommend you do with these. But the crappy part about that is you want a breathable shoe. You don't want to have to wear thick Carhartt socks to play basketball in. You know what I mean? So I don't see any Nike sock, any Reebok sock, any Under Armour sock, Adidas sock helping you be more comfortable in these. Just make sure if you do buy these and you plan to keep them, make sure you tie your laces up here. It's just gonna help you out in the long run, guys. But with that being said, I really would not recommend these. I wouldn't recommend these as basketball shoes. I'm not trying to hate. It's just, I just wouldn't. The Nike GT cuts, get the GT cuts over these. And I'm gonna go out on a limb and say you're probably gonna want the Nike GT jumps over these too. I was kind of seeing these as like if you were in college or if you were in high school, as your like practice shoe. Coach got you running, you're running suicides, you're running up and down the court. That's what I seen this shoe as. Going into the weight room, hitting the treadmill, but still being able to play basketball at the same time, and you won't be comfortable. Even when you tie the laces up here, you can still feel it. It's still bothersome. Some people might disagree, but that's just my take on it, guys. I'm going to try to get a video up next week. It just depends on my schedule. My son is back from Maryland. We are getting into the gym. He's starting his AAU practices, and we are trying to get him ready to make a high school basketball team for the first time. So with that being said, guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Sold Out, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.